Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So those of you who watched my last video will know that my plants have started to grow absolutely amazingly, and it was down to one thing. I'll put a link to that video up here so you can take a look and see what that one thing was. However, it's just 7 days later and they're still going crazy. I need another trim, but it's given me an idea to try something that I've tried before and failed. I'm going to give it another go. So stay tuned and watch the video. Okay guys, so a quick recap on the tank. This is what it's looking like now. As you can see, the plants are still growing phenomenally. The crypt's growing great. The lotus lily has grown immensely. We might even get our first leaves to touch the surface. All the inhabitants are doing fine. I saw some more baby crystal shrimp. If we look down there, see a baby crystal shrimp just there. And all the other shrimps, guppies, mollies and plecos are doing great. Now the plan is, I love this tank and I love the way it looks. It's just a little bit too green. So the plan is, we're going to leave this plant here, and in the gap there, there's a pot. You can see at the bottom there. We're going to take that plant out and we're going to replace it with a red plant. I'll show you what those are in a bit. We've nipped out and we've already got them. And if you look, this Echinodorus here has actually had this plant root in it as well. So we're going to move that over to the right slightly and we're going to grow another one there. Now quite often the problem with red plants is they don't get enough light, but I've come up with a cunning plan. You see this glass cup here, and there's one just behind it. Now the one behind it, we tried growing a plant in there and it completely died. But this crypt has done amazingly. So we've got another one of those and we've got this one here, and we're going to try some not so large red plants and leave them closer to the surface. So hopefully when they're up here, they get a lot more light. As you can see, get quite a bit of light over here and over here, and then we'll see how they grow. So we're going to do a little small water change, maybe down to here, and then we'll get cracking. Okay guys, we're just about to do a quick water change. Now, if you've got a shrimp tank, you'll know you don't want the hose pipe sucking up baby shrimps. Now, I found these on Amazon, the little metal cages. You see they've got a rubber O-ring there. If you snip that slightly, you can just grab your hose pipe, wedge it in there, put that in your tank, stops any baby shrimps going up it. You'll also see I've got that on my filter in there as well. So yeah, works really well. So let's get the water change done. Okay, so that's our little water change done. We're going to go ahead and remove the two pots, the glass pot up there. We're going to remove the big pot at the back. We're going to do a little bit of trimming. We're going to be quite severe with the trimming to give the new plant to grow towards the light without getting overshadowed. It's incredible how much plants fight each other. They don't care about each other. They want to strangle the other one so they can survive. We've got Java moss growing out of the Monte Carlo. We've got this plant, can't remember what it's called, growing out of the Echinodorus. Yeah, it's crazy. So we'll have a look at that. Let's remove our lids first. Coincidentally, someone asked about this lid. We did make it. There is a video on the channel. We'll put that above now. It was much harder work than I wanted it to be, but it was better than the dual trigon black lid. There we go. So that's one of the last ones we're going to use. We're just going to get rid of this old plant that's in it. Right, now we're just going to have a quick trim. Right, let's take a look at that. As you can see, pretty severe trim back there on a lot of those plants. That's how much cuttings we got out, absolutely tons. Have a quick look at the new red plants. We'll pot them up and we'll put them in the tank, see what they look like. So let's get to it. So the plants we have chosen, I'm sure many of you recognise this. This is a Ludwigia Mini Super Red. Tried these before, had no luck, so we're going to give them a go. Then we've got two of these ones. We've got three of the Ludwigia. Let me just check. Now these, Alternanthera rosifolia. These are rosifolia apparently. Now these, I do know these grow 50 centimetres, so these should go at the back. These not so high, maybe 30 centimetres, which is why I want to place them in the glass cups closer to the surface. I've got another one of these glass cups here. only very cheap on Amazon. I will put a link in the description. It'll be an affiliate link, so if you do buy it, I'll get a few pennies. I'll put a link for this. I'll put a link for the metal cages for the filters, and then if you want to buy them, feel free. Right, so let's start with the pots we've already got out. So this makes sense that we use one of these. So all you need to do, squeeze the pot. Then we want to tease this rock wall off. It doesn't matter if some's still left in there. So we can see the roots nicely. Now, I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a nice hole where I took the old plant out. So we're just going to pop that in like that. Push it down. This is just some fluval stratum in here. And what we're going to do have a little bit of fluval stratum left over. So we're going to just fill the edges with that. That'll supply a nice new load of nutrients to the plant as well, which should help it kickstart nicely. There we go. And we do want to avoid that floating up, so hopefully that will work nicely. That's the first one done. So let's plant one of the glass cups. Again, this is the one that's already come out the tank. I'll make a nice hole in there. Now I'm probably going to split these 3 pots up and make them into 2 bunches. As you can see, they're only stems that have been placed into the rock wall. So they have started rooting. I think they've been in the tank where I brought them from for a little while. So hopefully they've converted nicely. So I'm just going to bunch that one together. Give that a good push into the bottom there. Again, these might float out, so I'm just going to push that down as much as possible and then add a little bit extra. Hopefully that will hold it down a little bit, but only time will tell. That's the second one done. I'll just rush through the other ones and I'll catch you in a second. Okay, so there's our 5 plants, potted up reasonably well. So now for the tricky part, let's go to the tank and see if we can get them to stay in there nicely. See you in a sec. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the first one. We'll plant this right at the back. Now it's important when you put these pots in with dry stratum that you lower them in slowly. Otherwise it goes absolutely everywhere. Then continue to lower it really slowly so nothing flies out. And then hopefully when you get to the bottom, all the plants are still in. Okay, so we've got the first of the 2 glass ones now. I'll lift you up for this one. This one is just going to go just here, again nice and slow. It just plunges to the side. Just like that. Okay, and then we've got this last one here. Is there such thing as too many plants? Looking like maybe. So now a little bit of Seachem Prime. Just need 1 cap for this. There we go. A little bit of our secret weapon. If you watch the video, you'll know what that is. So that's our plants in place. We're going to fill it back up. Once that's done and cleared a little bit, I'll come back to you and show you the result. So it's been about 30 minutes now. The water's still a little bit murky, but I thought I'd show you what it looks like now. So I'll spin you around so you can have a look. That's the tank as it looks now. The Ludwigia Mini Super Reds up there. We've moved the crypt slightly along. We've put the Anubias there, moved that one there, left the Madagascar lace plant where it is. We've brought the Lotus Lily slightly forward. We put this one there, another Ludwigia there, and then we've got this one here in the glass cup as well. So hopefully that grows. We've been pretty extreme on the trimming. That one up there as well. That's a new one. Once that settles in, hopefully it grows straight up. As you see, hasn't really bothered any of the fish at all. They all seem happy, especially the shrimp. They like it when you have a little move around of everything. So there we go, guys. That's my attempt at planting some red plants. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Hopefully with the Ludwigia being higher up, closer to light, that'll work. I'm not too sure. Like I say, please watch my last video. It'll show you how I've managed to grow the plants so amazingly in the last few weeks, couple of months. Hopefully you find that interesting. We will do an update video in a week or two when there's a noticeable difference, or they die. I'll let you know either way. So please subscribe. It means so much. 98% of you aren't subscribed. Like the video. Please comment. Let me know what you think of this tank. Whether you like bare bottom with the terracotta pots or it's not your style, let me know either way. So until the next one, take care.